I'm currently in Ireland for a 7-day knit and nature tour. The tour officially starts tomorrow, so today I'm just gonna keep it simple because I just got off a 6.5-hour flight, so I'm exhausted, but I'm gonna explore Dublin a little bit, which is where I'm staying for the next 3 nights, but the real fun starts tomorrow. So today's tour will mostly be spent exploring places in and around Dublin. But before we go anywhere, we're gonna have some breakfast. But what I was most looking forward to this morning was a cappuccino because I love cappuccinos and I was determined to have as many of them as possible throughout this entire trip. And this one was very yummy. And now we're on our bus, which is taking us to our first stop of the day, which is the Airfield Estate. But before exploring the estate, we're gonna sit down for some lunch. And I know it probably seems like we literally just ate some food, which we kind of did, but there was definitely more time between the meals than it may seem, and lunch wasn't served right away, so I had time to whip out my knitting, which I of course brought with me. Also, the nice thing about this being a knitting tour is that no one gets offended by me knitting at the table because they're knitters, so they get it, and I wasn't even the only one knitting at the table. So by the time our food arrived, just the right amount of time had passed since breakfast, and I was definitely hungry at this point, and the food was definitely worth the wait because it was delicious. And now we're gonna explore the estate. So we first started by exploring the inside of this house, where we learned a little bit more about the history behind the estate, as well as look at some of the historical stuff they had on display inside the house. And that part was pretty cool. I like looking at old historical stuff. It's always very interesting. And then after we finished going through the house, we then went outside into the gardens. They had so many pretty flowers, a lot of unique species of flowers that I guess they imported from all over. But honestly, when they were explaining it to all of us, I was not fully paying attention because I was out wandering the gardens and was just having too much fun out there, kind of looking at the flowers, but mostly filming these chickens. To be honest, I think I spent about 20 minutes just filming these chickens. But yeah, how could I not? Look at them, they are so cute. But don't worry, I didn't spend my entire time with the chickens. I also admired the flowers, especially these ones right here, because I thought they looked really pretty, but also kind of weird. And now it's time for a little coffee break. And this right here is an Irish coffee, which is made with coffee, Irish cream, and of course, just a little bit of whiskey. This little pick-me-up was definitely necessary after all the exploring we just did, and we're not even done yet. Well, we're mostly done since we're gonna be heading back now, but we're gonna be taking the scenic route, which means we're gonna see some cows on the way back. But after that, we're going to be done exploring the estate, and the next stop is a yarn store, which is located in this building right here in the center of Dublin. This building was really cool because they didn't just have the yarn store in this building, of course, because it is a ginormous building, which would mean the yarn store would be ginormous, which would honestly be a dream come true. But no, there were also several other shops in this building as well. And this here is a little goodie bag gifted to us by This Is Knit. So I probably spent over an hour in this store. Our hotel was only a 10-minute walk away, so we would all be walking back, which meant everyone could go at their own pace and head back whenever they were ready. And unsurprisingly, I was one of the last people to leave the store. I just couldn't decide what yarn I wanted to get. They did have so many beautiful yarns available, but I knew that with this being only the first day of the tour, that I would need to hold back, and I'm really glad that I did. I ended up getting a total of 3 skeins, by the way, which is not a lot for me. We ended up having opportunities to buy yarn every single day of this 7-day knitting tour. And I'm actually surprised at how much I ended up buying at this yarn store, because if you know me, you know that I always tend to go a little overboard when shopping for yarn. And for once, I actually didn't spend all my money all in one place, which is honestly kind of surprising because this store had a lot of really beautiful yarns and they had some really good variety of colorways available with some more earthy, subdued colors as well as vibrant colors. And honestly, I'm definitely a sucker for vibrant yarn, but I wanted to go out of my comfort zone and choose something that I wouldn't normally choose. So I actually ended up going for the more earthy, subdued colors this time, which is very unusual because I always go for the really, really vibrant yarns. Anyway, that's all the shopping and exploring that we're going to be doing today. So now we're going to head back to the hotel. Finally back in my hotel room, and I just want to quickly show you guys before I go to bed. So the yarn store that we went to today, which was called This Is Knit, they gave us a little goodie bag, and I haven't opened it yet, so I figured we could open it together. Then I have the yarn that I bought in this bag as well, but I'll show you that after we open this cute little box. So they gave us a fishbone mittens kit. Looks so cute. It's all nicely wrapped and everything. Wow. A little booklet. Wonder if this has the pattern. So these are the mittens, and they gave us 2 skeins of this yarn. This is 100% authentic Irish wool. This is the label. And then some soap. Ooh, that smells really good. These are so cute. These are the soaps. Oh my goodness. Let me take one out of here. They're little sheep soaps. This is so cute. So that was in the gift box. So I guess I'm going to be making some mittens. And now, let me quickly show you the yarn that I bought at This Is Knit. I only bought 3 skeins, which is very unusual for me, but it's because I know I'm going to be making some other stops to buy some yarn throughout this trip, and this is only day 1. So I didn't want to go too crazy. So I bought 2 skeins of this yarn. Right here it is, called Townhouse Yarns. This yarn is so beautiful. It's like a bluey gray sort of colorway. I bought 2 of them. Don't really know what I'm going to make with it yet. I might make like a long sleeve turtleneck. We'll see. I have no clue, honestly. And then I bought 1 of these skeins right here. Again, this is Townhouse Yarns, and this color looks so pretty. And this is 70% superwash merino, 30% silk, and it is 400 meters. Actually, let me just show you the back of the label so you can see. Can you see? And, oh yeah, I forgot to mention what this yarn is. 42% baby alpaca, 35% silk, and 13% fine merino, and 10% yak. Ooh, this is a really cool blend of yarn, and it is very soft. So this is everything that I got today, but I am going to go to bed now because tomorrow is going to be a very, very busy day.